So I'm delighted to be at the London Beer Factory Barrel Project with Sim and Brett to announce a This Week in Craft Beer grand tour to New England in partnership with London Beer Factory, which will run from the 22nd to the 26th of July 2021. What I'd like to do first, gents, is ask you, what does New England mean to you?
Well, for me, it's the home of now probably the most popular beer style out there. Yep. It's where the New England IPA originated, and whilst we're in the Barrel Project, where we make some funky sour beers, we love also making hazy IPAs at London Beer Factory. And so for us, going out to the origin of New England IPA is a very, very exciting thing to do.
Fantastic. I mean, we've set up a pretty full-on 5 days, 4 nights tour that will be visiting literally some of the best producers of New England IPAs on the planet. And I'm really hoping that people are going to want to come and experience that at the end of a very tough 12 months. This is something to look forward to. Let's make some plans and get out there and have a big long weekend travelling around. Yeah. Which brewery in particular, Brett, would you say you're most interested in visiting?
I'm really looking forward to visiting Trillium.
Okay.
Everyone knows them for their awesome IPAs, their starts. I would love to try more of their mixed firm stuff.
Right.
But yeah, they are world famous and they have been for a long time, and I'd love to go visit. I've heard good things about their tap rooms, their beers.
Trillium's a super classy operation. Everything about the business has, sort of just feels really well organised, and we've been lucky enough to see a few Trillium beers imported in can this year, because obviously they've had to pivot like everybody to packaging all their beer. But I think by the time we get back to this summer, you probably won't be able to get hold of canned Trillium beer in the UK. But let's go and experience it fresh from the tank at source. That would be fun indeed. How about you, Sim? In terms of brewery,
for me, it's Treehouse Brewing. I mean, I'm really excited to go and see their operation.
Yep.
I'm sure, like many people, I mean, I've seen on Instagram and seen on their website the beautiful setup they've got.
Yep.
Not only that, but they're obviously up there as probably the best brewers of New England IPA. So to go and try those beers straight from the brewery, that's what really.
Absolutely. I mean, Trillium, hard to get hold of outside of Massachusetts, but Cloudwater have managed to bring a few into the UK this year. Good luck getting Treehouse anywhere, more than 10 miles from the brewery there, because they simply don't need to distribute. Their whole business is set up around daily can releases on a vast scale, quite frankly. It's amazing to see the amount of canned beer that they make available each day and that people queue up for. It's in the middle of nowhere, but I've been there, I understand the process is there. We'll be there just before it opens. You guys will get in the queue, we'll go and queue up and sort of pay our homage to that business. We'll get whatever beers you want to buy. We can sit and have a couple of beers in the garden afterwards, but you can't sit there all day because they just don't want people there all day. The nature of that business is its throughput. It's just on such a vast scale that you need to be there to experience it. But we'll bounce on somewhere else to have a leisurely lunch and a nice relaxing experience in the tap room. Another amazing place as well, just down the road actually in Hartford, that is also one of the top 100 highest rated breweries in the world on Untappd by average beer rating. So amazing experience. Obviously, we're hoping that some of your customers are going to be coming on this tour. What would you say to them? What can they look forward to experiencing? Why should they come and spend their summer holidays with us, touring around New England, drinking great craft beer?
So for me, it's just a great opportunity to travel with like-minded people that are super into craft beer, to go to a beautiful part of America, a beautiful part of the world, discover breweries perhaps that we haven't heard of that are also making amazing beers,
absolutely.
But also some of the biggest names out there, and do that whilst also we're going to get involved in a few cheated tastings, meet brewers and that sort of thing. So really fun, exciting trip that I think would be a really nice collection of people out together drinking some great beer.
Definitely. I mean, the way we've set this up, it will be a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 12 tour participants, in addition to you two guys, myself and my partner from This Week in Craft Beer. So there'll be a total tour party of 16. So it's a nice, small, intimate group that can move around together. and literally hopefully go from brewery to brewery and have a special experience each place we go. Frankly, I'll be using you guys to sell this to the breweries that we're visiting. I'm going to make a recce trip myself over the summer to go and effectively, walk the course, as it were. I've been to most of these places already, so there's a few details that I want to finalise, but I'll be visiting each of these breweries to say, look, I'm visiting with a group from London Beer Factory, one of London's largest breweries. We want to have a special experience when we get there, and I think, based on my recollection of how breweries react to being visited by other brewers, that should be the thing that opens the door and allows us to have a special curated experience at each brewery we visit. Very different from what you could actually have if you just walked in off the street, as it were. This will all be planned down to the finest detail.
That's something I completely agree with, and something I've experienced myself. I've done a few trips over to America, and the Americans do hospitality better than anyone. They're not only that, but they're so welcoming to other brewers. Yeah. I've had great experiences, the likes of Jester King, New Belgium, where they literally just open the doors and welcome you in the most hospitable way. So I think it's a great setup. I'm really excited to be able to go there with a wider group. Yep. And really share that experience with a few more people and get to know some people along the way.
No, it's going to be fantastic. How about you, Brett? Any sort of closing thoughts on why people should be looking to join this tour?
Well, I'd assume that people that would join this tour would love those hazy IPAs. Hopefully they like ours. If people want to travel again, and then going to one of the best places in the world for these beers. I love visiting breweries. I've been to America a few times. They are the most hospitable people. It's going to be great.
No, it's going to be fantastic. Just a quick word on COVID, because clearly that's been hanging over all our lives for the past 12 months. We can't be certain that this tour is going to be possible in July. It seems very likely, based on the progress that we're making with the vaccine and all of the data is moving in the right direction, that this is going to be possible in July. But we'll give you a guarantee that if you do book on this tour and it gets to sort of 30, 60 days out and it looks like it's not going to be possible without significant restrictions, then we will give everybody their money back. So there's no risk here that you're going to book on something that you won't be able to participate in due to COVID restrictions. The expectation is you're probably going to need to have to prove a negative test, and you may even need to have to prove that you've had a vaccine. Hopefully those are the two things that people are going to be expecting to deal with this summer. But if there's any kind of quarantine still in place, for example, it makes no sense to go to the US for a long weekend and have to quarantine when you come back, or indeed when you get there. So if there's any kind of quarantine restrictions whatsoever, clearly we'll need to postpone the tour, and I guarantee that everybody will get 100% refund under those circumstances. So that's the way we set this up. You can book with confidence. Hopefully this is going to be doable. It's going to be amazing to get back onto international travel and really go and have a great experience with us. And I just hope people are ready to get excited about this, as excited as I am.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, we're so excited to have something in the diary, something to look forward to. Everyone understands it's a bit of a moving feast at the moment, and it's reassuring to know that if things change and it's not possible for the tour to go ahead, then we can postpone it, or people can get their money back.
Well, I can't wait. It's still nearly 5 months away, 4.5 months anyway. So I'm literally wishing my life away at the moment just to get started with this. But it will come around soon enough, and let's go and have an amazing time. I'm really looking forward to travelling with you guys.
We're very, very excited.
And
looking
we're
forward to it.
Forward to it.
Yeah, can't wait.
Perfect.